going?
Hello, friendos. Welcome to part 4. So
I'm still here.
where we left off last time, basically, I had just gotten the Jagged Crown. I headed back home, built the Lakeview Manor and everything. Worked really hard to get all these ladies clothed, and then I just streamed basically a video where I talked to Ulfric. And sort of explain a couple things. Talked to Ulfric, got the mission to go to Whiterun when it crashed, so I just decided to kind of start over. So if you're watching this on YouTube, that part won't be uploaded. If you're really that upset about it, I'm sure you could Google that conversation. To be fair, though, I'm pretty sure if you're watching this at all, it's probably because you're focused more on the mod aspect and not the vanilla storyline.
I've got your back.
So I think we're good. So let's hope that it doesn't crash this time. We're going to... I deleted the mod that I had just downloaded. It was just a follower mod, which I'm pretty sure I said in one of my last videos that I've never had a follower mod crash the game. So I'm not even entirely sure that's what happened. It is Bethesda. Crashes do happen even when your load order is okay. So hopefully it was either that mod that I deleted or just one of those fluke things that it's not going to happen again. But basically what's happening now is we are going to deliver Ulfric's axe to Jarl Bulgruff. The issue is, I don't think he's going to let me give it to him because we haven't dealt with the dragon situation yet. Now, let's let everybody figure their shit out for a second here. And of course, you're naked. You're always naked. I'm gonna have to dismiss you. I'm not gonna be able to have you with me if you keep being naked. Can't deal. Anyways, my character does not know anything about dragons yet. So Miss Athena here, if you haven't seen her before, Athena was sent to Skyrim to help with the Civil War, specifically to help along the Stormcloaks. So she's come to Skyrim. She's also been given the orders that wherever she sees that we can help Skyrim in general to help out. She's free to kind of live the kind of life that she wants. She wants to try to be as undercover as possible. Whoever has hired her wants people to think...
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
I'm gonna try this one.
Or else what? You think you can stand against the entire Whiterun city guard? Gates closed. Y'all will definitely want to talk to you. You'll find him in Dragon's
I didn't
Ridge.
expect that one to work, but it was worth trying. Anyways, so I was saying that whoever sent Athena to Skyrim to help wants people in Skyrim to believe that she's just there as an adventurer. She's just there to kind of, I don't know, live her life. So if, she meets somebody and settles down and gets married, adopts some kids, that'll kind of just help that whole, I'm not a crazy assassin from another place coming to, politic your life up or anything. Let's see, are they closed? No. Why? I'm gonna cry. I'm going to cry. I don't know what to do anymore. I think I'm gonna take off. I don't know. I don't even know what to do.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon.
My husband's trying to tell me that it happened at Lakeview, but it was before that it started happening. So I think it's the tweak follower mod because she's not built with that mod.
There's no telling what it means.
It's just applying to her.
I only counsel what would you have.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruff is not receiving visitors.
Want to bet?
Time for rash action. I just think we need more
See,
information before we
I don't actually know about it, so the living of the life is not perfect, but I'll go
You
with
better
what I
speak to the
actually
Jarl
know.
then.
Well, I trust you have something vitally important to tell me. Important enough to interrupt me in the middle of council? And I'm sure he told you it was urgent. Well, he's not the only Jarl in Skyrim with problems to deal with. Whatever it is, it will have to wait until after I finish dealing with this dragon situation.
So now I have an option. I can move forward with the integrity of my mod playthrough, my storyline, and I can walk away and pretend that this isn't even an option. I can go live my life, be like, okay, well, he's not willing to talk to me right now. What is this dragon situation? Try to figure it out on my own. Or I can just say it, pretending that I know what we're talking about, because I pretend, and that's what I'm going to do, to be honest. I'm not leaving now. What I'm going to say is I was walking by Helgen when the dragon attacked.
You were at Helgen when it was attacked?
Walking
You
by.
saw this with your own eyes?
Yes.
By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord,
Oh,
we
derp.
should send
Derp,
troops
derp,
to
derp,
Riverwood
derp,
at
derp,
once.
derp, 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 derp.
It's in the most immediate danger.
There we go.
If
The
that
Jarl
dragon
of
is lurking in the
Ulfric will view
mountains.
that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me,
I get
I'll
really
return
bored
to my
waiting for
duties.
people to finish talking.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my
Dwarven
esteem.
armor.
There is another thing you... Come, let's go find Farengar.
Let's
My
do
court
it.
wizard. He's been looking into a man...
I'm really rude, house guest.
Dragons and
Jump on things.
of dragons.
Come to Dragon's Reach to the... What? Project? You think you could help me? I really don't think so.
Rude.
What? I never even cast it. Ah, I
Get
see.
your boob off the
You have
screen.
some knowledge of the higher art. Please forgive my earlier rudeness. I'm so
I really
often
don't
interrupted
feel like
by
that's something
visitors
that I should have
wandering in.
ever had
They
to,
can
to
occasionally
yell
become
out.
quite savage.
I really don't believe
Now,
that
what
I
did you
ever
say you
had to
want?
yell out, get your boob off the screen. Oh god.
Ah, indeed? Yes, Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous route. You are eager to begin your... Go to Bleak Falls Barrow. Find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me.
Alright, let's
Simplicity
figure your
is
life out, buddy.
Yes?
Off to
Did
Bleak
you want
Falls
some?
Barrow with you. The Jarl is not a patient.
Close your mouth.
Neither am I, come to think.
Priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons. We need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgroof. You seem to have found me an
I'm
able
glad that's
assistant. I'm sure she will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Alright, let's see if we can get this. I'm gonna give her all of my arrows. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I apologize for the screaming puppy in the background. She's not a puppy, she's a grown-up dog, and she's misbehaving. And she knows she's misbehaving, because she's staring dead at me while she's crying, for no reason. Alright, can we do this? Alright, whatever.
I'm here if you ever need me.
Off to Bleak Falls Barrow.
So the Jarl want you to go to Bleak Falls Barrow to retrieve some ancient artifact? Sounds like my kind of adventure. Although, I'm a little worried about
Still
the
here.
Draugr. I doubt my feminine beauty is going to cut it with those guys. I doubt they even have any... You know, the difference between a man and a woman.
You're right. The dead bodies probably don't have a lot of penises to spare. However, you're naked again! Okay, I'm gonna have
Yes,
to rename
I'm
this.
listening.
This is no longer gonna be called Skyrim Modded Part 4. It's gonna be called Woman Screaming at Naked Follower. Sierra! Stop screaming. Okay, let's see.
I'm glad that's sorted.
So here's the deal. You may not wear fancy outfits like these fine ladies in cities. You're just gonna look like me most of the time, okay? But maybe that'll switch you out. Bleak Falls Barrow. You better put that clothes back on, girl. Alright.
Let me guess. You want to talk? Okay, but next time you can carry my stuff. Fine, but don't take advantage of me. At least not in that way. If you say so.
Yeah, now all of a sudden, she has clothes again. Okay.
Let's not hang around then. I hope you have a backup plan if we get caught.
Well, Sophia won't need a backup plan if you can keep your mouth shut.
Is someone there?
My followers are terrible sneaks. And I have terrible aim. Alright, we're good. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm bouncing around with the controls so much. I'm bouncing back and forth between Fallout 4 and Skyrim, and the controls aren't identical, but they're similar enough that it's just impossible to keep straight. So I'm usually pretty bad at talking and playing at the same time, but I'm gonna try here because I've done this mission a million times. So basically, if you haven't, I'll give you a really quick update. If you haven't watched any of the other videos before, essentially what I'm doing is a modded playthrough with a very specific backstory, and I act specifically basically according to what I'm doing. So, for example, you know, through vanilla Skyrim, you come aboard a wagon, you know, you got caught crossing the border. You don't really know why. You don't know if you're a good guy or bad guy. You kind of have the ability to set that for yourself. But this backstory is a lot more dedicated, you'd say. So, I started my life in Skyrim here through this and essentially what that allowed me to do is, instead of crossing over as a degenerate or criminal, I guess is the right word, I actually I had my own property in Skyrim. Oh, by the way, favorite mod so far, one of my favorites, Skyrim for arachnophobes. Look at that spider. Oh, look at that spider. So what ended up happening was, I am a trained assassin. You've seen my face earlier, I'll show it again in a second after I kill this dude. My name is Athena. I was brought... Alright, pretty girl. I was brought to Skyrim to aid in the Civil War and to help Skyrim in general, you know, kind of see better times. I don't know who's hired me. I came from a special group of assassins. We all did, me and all my followers. We all came from this special group here. We were trained since children, trained our whole lives for that. Sophia came the year before I did, or a couple years before I did, to kind of learn a little bit more about Skyrim. She hid in plain sight. That's why, you know, she's a little bit more obnoxious than my other followers. Now, of course, in real life, that's because Sophia is her own mod, and the other 3 followers are from the same mod. They're just basically visual in terms of what they do. Like, they don't have their own voices. They're just vanilla Skyrim voices. So what we see here is a group of women who are trained assassins to help with Skyrim. We don't know who hired us. We don't know why. But whoever hired us truly believes that the Civil War needs to be won by the Stormcloaks and not the Imperials. For Skyrim to be a happy place. Oh, sorry, Sophia. So all of my decisions are I'm gonna try to have them based on that backstory as much as possible. So for example, I don't loot bodies because that's creepy. You wouldn't do that unless you were, and same thing, I wouldn't check all these chests and stuff. You wouldn't do that unless you were that kind of, you know, grave robbing adventurer. Now, the Dragonborn, and if you're doing a vanilla playthrough, yeah, absolutely, you're gonna do it. Because you need the loot, you need the stuff to move on, to advance. But that's just the kind of character you kind of have to be okay with being. That's weird. The last couple times I played this with higher stats to begin with, I was a troll instead of a Draugr. So yeah, I don't loot because it's wrong, and I don't need the money either. I do play with heavily cheated. I have like a god ring on, which, as you can see, my magicka does not need this. I'm barely into the game. I'm already level 23. I have how many perk points? Oh, only 23. I have all the money that I need. And the reason that I do this is because realistically, if you're being sent by a group of people to make the outcome of a fucking war a certain way, you're gonna pay for them, right? You're gonna actually give them the funds that they need to do so with ease. You're not gonna set up random issues just to make their lives harder, because I'm not playing a video game. It's supposed to be real life. There you go. Dead
I don't get
friendo.
why people worship the gods. What have they ever done for us mere mortals? Nothing. I prayed for money, free booze, and more free booze, and did I get it? No. Instead, I got a hangover and a huge hole in my pocket where my money used to be.
Oh my god. Can't even deal with that. And normally my character would have to look at the golden claw and figure it out. I already know the combination, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. But imagine that I looked at the claw and figured out the fancy puzzle. And one other thing that I think I'd mentioned before, but I think that was in the video that got lost. I may have to actually look at it again to double check. Oh no, we're good. One of the things that I mentioned is that where Sophia was here hiding in plain sight for the last 2 years, it absolutely could make sense that she would be going around into these old graves. She does talk about how she doesn't like going into them, so obviously she's been in them before. It would make sense that she kind of came in and learned how the claw system works and gave me that information. So that's how I can know about it. That's what I like about playing with mods, is that you can basically create a whole new game. I love Skyrim. I think it's such a beautiful, vast, open world with all kinds of amazing opportunities. I bet you any money Merida's Beacon is in there. Yup. Yep, I was right. Oh. Alright, sorry, friendos. I'm gonna take it now, get it over with.
A new hand touches
Touches
the
the
beacon.
beacon.
Listen, hear me and obey. A foul darkness has seeped into my temples. A darkness that you will destroy. Return my beacon to Mount Kilcreath, and I will make you the instrument of my cleansing light.
Okay, so I'll tell you a funny story. My first playthrough ever, I didn't even really know what Skyrim was. I knew that people got arrows in the knees, and everybody was obsessed with it for years. And I bought the game for my husband, then boyfriend. And as I'm going through, really creeped out by the Draugr at first, like really just, oh, so creeped out. And then you come to this little spot with a skull and flowers, and I was petrified. I was so convinced that if I took, like, I wanted the flowers because I needed the money, but I was so convinced if I took the skull or the flowers that something would come out and kill me. And just so you know, that doesn't happen. Look, I knocked it all off. Except I knocked the flowers off. Yeah, nothing. That was the end. Once you defeat that last Draugr, there's no more bad guys. But I was so convinced, and I was so scared. But now, Skyrim bad guys don't bother me. They're cute, especially compared to Fallout 4 bad guys, specifically feral ghouls. Oh, hi, friendos. Whee! Yeah, Fallout 4 feral ghouls are pretty much the most disgusting things in the world. They're just zombies, and they just run really, really fast at you, and it's upsetting. And then you can blow them up with a gun. I've never played a video game where if I kept shooting a dead body, I would eventually not have a dead body anymore. Literally explodes.
I've got your back.
Alright, we're good. We're getting there. Perfect. So, as you can see, the rain is looking a little different than it might usually. In vanilla anyway. I have true storms, and it's stunning. It's beautiful. In all honesty, I don't have a ton of those mods on, any kind of overhauls, just because I really kind of focus more on gameplay than aesthetics. I say that, you know, looking at my characters, it's kind of ironic, but I mean Skyrim-wise. But I think I will start adding those in soon. I also have to do a little bit of trial and error.
The terminology. Ah, the Dragonstone of Bleak Falls Barrow. Seems you are a cut above the usual brutes the Jarl sends my way. You'll have to see the Jarl about that.
Oh, I didn't mean to
Maybe
click
his
that. Oh, I
stewards
hate
have
that
an
option.
cheat. I'm sure one of them will... My associate here will be pleased to see your... So your information was correct after all. And we have our friend here to thank for recovering it for us.
You went into Bleak Falls Barrow and got that? Nice work. Just send me a copy when you've deciphered it.
Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting.
A dragon! Oh my god!
What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit
Stop.
more seriously if I were you.
Don't take this the wrong way.
Decides to attack Whiterun. I don't know if we can
So
stop
what,
it.
did I get something? Oh my god, I got something.
Let's go.
Whatever.
Not now.
So,
So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the
Alright,
dragon.
you watch this for a second. I'm walking away from my
We saw it coming from the south.
controller for a second.
It was fast.
Oh, never mind.
Faster than
I'm
anything
staying.
I've ever seen.
What did it do?
Let's get going.
Attacking the Watchtower.
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would have come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down
Is
there.
it just me, or does it
I've
sound a
already
little
ordered my men
inappropriate
to
when the
muster
guards
at the
tell
main
people
gate.
to stop lollygagging?
Don't fail me.
My god.
There's
Sophia.
no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragonstone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No, can't afford to risk both.
Alright. We're gonna go kill a dragon. And it's gonna be really easy. Because I am dumb. And I have my weaponry really high up. Oh, hello, dog. Oh, hi, dog. Hi, friendo. Oh, thank you. I really enjoy sniffs in the face. Oh, be nice to each other.
Did I just hear correctly? The Jarl wants you to go and fight a dragon. Please tell me you're not actually considering it. Not that I'm scared, of course.
100% considering it. Considered, done. We're doing it. Here's the deal. I was gonna have to hit another loading screen anyway. So I might as well hit a loading screen without cross-country traveling. Alright, friendos, let's see what we got here. I'm heading right up. Don't come in.
Get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky
Don't
and
you
Todd
fret.
just got grabbed when they tried to make a run.
Don't you fret, my little pet.
Let's save us. Here he comes again.
There he is. I do not expect this to work at all. No. I made this disclaimer in one of my other games. I'm actually not very good at video games. In my other, whatever they're called, games, videos. I'm actually not very good at all. Oh, I think I got him that time. Yeah. Whee!
Yeah. Is it really dead? Look at that. What's happening?
Everybody, get back!
So this is new for my...
Just look at that stunning view. What?
I can't
I
believe
wasn't
it.
looking at you.
You're
I was looking at...
Dragonborn.
Okay, I was looking at you.
In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power.
I don't know what
There's
happened
only
to
one
me.
way to find out. Try to shout. That would prove it. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Dragonborn? What are you talking about?
That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn.
Excuse me.
Those born with the dragon blood in them. Like old Tiberseptim himself.
I've never heard of...
I can't believe it.
Killing any
You
dragons.
actually killed a dragon.
There weren't
And
any
you
dragons
absorbed
then,
its soul?
idiot. They're just
This day just keeps getting better. Just wait till I tell people that a true hero slayed a dragon. Of course you helped out a bit. I'm only joking. Although you couldn't have done it without me.
Get off me, you mangy mutt. Back to Dragon's Reach we go.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver.
What
Your
now?
hands only. Let's see here. There's a new museum opening up in Dawnstar. The owner is asking me to hand out invitations to travelers. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
I love doing these modded playthroughs with really intense storylines. The last one that I did, I didn't stream it or anything. It was basically for me. Basically, what ended up happening was my story was I was a grieving widow who just lost her husband who in the Imperial Army. He died at the hand of a stormcloak. I lost my headphone for a second. He died at the hand of a stormcloak, and so I came to avenge his death after, spending some time learning combat and stuff, and actually becoming really good at it. And I just came as insane combat person and just wreaked havoc on everybody.
You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
Sorry, I was
So what
busy
happened at
killing a
the
dragon.
watchtower? Was the dragon there? I knew I could count on Irileth, but there must be more to it than that. So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion, high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift. The Greybeards. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal houseguard.
Lydiate!
And this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun?
So you're Thane,
That was the
huh?
voice of the Greybeards.
Well, don't think some
summoning you
fancy
to High
title is
Hrothgar.
going to make me your
This
servant.
hasn't happened in centuries,
Although I must admit
at
I'm
least.
happy for you.
Not since Tiber
Perhaps
Septim
I could
himself
take
was
advantage
summoned
of you
when he was
sometime.
still Talos of Atmor.
I mean, if we get into
calm
trouble, I
yourself.
can
My God,
use your
Timothy,
What
stop
does
it.
status
this
to my
new nonsense
advantage.
have to do with our friend here?
May the gods watch over your back. Did he now? Huh. The man is persistent. I'll give him that. I suppose it's time I give him an answer.
I'm going to tell Father you said that. He'll tan your hide for sure.
Proventus, what do you make of all this? If Ulfric were to attack Whiterun,
As in all things, Lord, caution. I urge us to wait and see.
Pray wait.
I'm of a mind with Irileth. It's time to act.
Don't
You
take
plan
this
to
the
march
wrong
on
way.
Windhelm?
You look a little sickly.
I'm not a fool,
I've got your
Proventus.
back.
I mean, it's time to challenge Ulfric to face me as a man. Or march his storm cloaks up to the
One
gates.
of the new servants?
He'll do no such
Remember
thing.
that I like my
A
meat
dagger in the
rare.
back is all you could expect.
Back off.
Straightforward with Torig.
Torrig? He simply walked up to
Father
the boy
says
and
I'm too
murdered
young
him.
to train with the sword,
That
so I practice
boy
with my
was
fists.
You back
King
off too.
Skyrim.
I'm right behind you.
I'm not the High King. But neither am I a boy. If Ulfric wants to challenge my rule in the old way,
What do I have to
Let
do
him.
to get a drink around here?
though I suspect he'll prefer to send
Actually, I
his
don't think I want to
storm
know.
cloaks to do it for him.
True. He's already proven his personal strength. Now he seeks to prove his armies.
Then might I urge you to consider General Tullius's request? I mean, if you are bent on offending Jarl Ulfric.
Ulfric is the one who has offended. But Proventus has a point. Ulfric has made it clear. In his mind, to refuse his claim is to side with the Empire.
And what harm is there in letting a few legionnaires die in place of your own men?
I'm right behind you.
It seems cowardly.
Was it cowardly then to accept the white gold concordat?
This again. That was different. Was I given a chance to object to the terms of the treaty? No. The Jarls weren't asked. We were told. And we had to like it.
The chests of gold didn't hurt.
Damn it! This isn't about gold!
It's time to decide.
Lord, wait. Let us see if Ulfric is serious.
Oh, he's serious. But so am I.
Finally.
So about this axe. You can return this axe to our friend. The esteemed Jarl of Windhelm has my answer. Make sure he gets it. Proventus, bring me my pen. And the good parchment.
It's actually been so long since I did this playthrough that I didn't remember. I thought,
Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you. All right, then.
we may come back for you someday, Lydia.
What do you need, my Thane?
Well, I think that is where I'm going to leave it off today. This, stream has been a little bit wild with the zoo of animals that keeps flocking around me. Been a little bit distracted, maybe even a little bit cranky. I did something pretty intense today. I actually went outside.
Still here.
What's
And I
the
don't
deal
know.
with that house call the Jarl just gave you? She doesn't look much to me. I could outmatch her in terms of combat, looks, and just about anything, really. I don't know what you could possibly see in her.
That's the benefit of actually asking Lydia to come along, is that Sophia
Right
gets
behind you.
really jealous and is actually really funny. It's they really did the Sophia mod well. She does not like Lydia at all. Yeah, sorry, I was saying that I went outside today. I don't know if you're watching this. I don't know if that's something that you experience often, this whole going outside thing. I actually went to a park with a friend of mine and her children. I went to a park outside during the day with the sun out. It was weird.
You're the best.
I'm different.
Can you be my mother?
I sure can.
Could you... Oh, thank you. Divines. Bless your... It's what Brenna once said I should do. He's the only one that's been nice to me since she died. My aunt and uncle took over our farm and threw me out. Said I wasn't good for anything. I wound up here, but...
Who's her
I don't know what to
uncle
do.
again?
I miss her so much. Really? Do you have a place I could live? Oh, wow. Are you sure? You really wouldn't mind? Yay! Thanks, Mama. I promise I'll be the best daughter ever.
I'm right behind you. Still here.
I'm just literally looking up. Oh man.
I've got your back.
Let's get going. I'm still here.
I've got your back. Need something?
So it seems like there's only theories as to who her aunt and uncle were. I'm gonna do a little bit more digging around if I find any proof of anybody. This looks like a courier, isn't it?
Look, you already have been told you're not allowed here.
Nope. Sorry.
Go back the way you came.
We're
Yeah. If I find any proof of any indication of who her aunt and uncle are, they might just end up finding themselves dead. Anyways, friendos, this is the actual end of the video. I hope you liked it. If you watched it all, feel free to like and subscribe if you want to. I don't know when I'm going to post these. I just do it when I can, when I feel like it. But feel free to keep watching them if you want. Have a good day.